Marty, we're getting ready for what is another huge game for the football club. Just firstly, with you, how do you deal with the pressure? Do you like it?
Look forward to just play football games, So I think that perhaps I'm aware that there is a lot of expectations, that there is always pressure for football teams to produce results. But at the same time, that's why we are here, right? I think that there is much more demanding things in life than be a football manager. It's a pleasure to be with these guys, a pleasure to represent this club. So I just want to look at the fun part of playing football, and that's what I look for. To play another game at Loftus Road with these players, with these supporters, is what gives me confidence that we can achieve good things.
Do you speak with your players about handling pressure?
Yeah, we do, of course. We are aware that players feel the pressure we're on the pitch, because no one likes to make mistakes, no one likes to lose the ball that can produce a goal against. That's part of being a football player, and we just encourage them to understand that mistakes are part of the game, that all the teams in the world, even the top team players, are making mistakes sometimes, and that they just need to play with the confidence that they are 11 in the pitch to help each other, that when someone makes a mistake, the other one will help, the other 10 will run to regain the ball, and just to play, just try to attack and go again, because that's the nature of this sport. So being aware about the situation where we are, I think at the end we need to remember that this is just a game.
And I know it's a stat that you don't particularly like, but in the last two games against Plymouth and Hull, our expected goals suggested that perhaps we should have had a greater points return than we did. But do you take confidence from that fact that clearly within the performances are those opportunities?
Yeah, I think that definitely it's a way to look at it. I mean, unfortunately for us, expected goals scored doesn't count in points. But the reality is that quality matters, and in that sense, unfortunately, we have not been able to produce that chances into goals, and that's why we didn't pick the points that perhaps we could have get. I think that now my main focus as a manager is always the same, to make sure that the team doesn't concede a lot of goal chances and that we create as many as we can. The more that these start, for instance, expected goal, the higher it is every game. Usually at the end it will produce results. That's how it is. Not sustainable for any team in the world. But it's true that accuracy matters a lot. Football perhaps one of the few sports where you can win a football game without shooting on goal, because the opponent can score an own goal, or you can just have a rebound and then suddenly score a very lucky goal. That's football, and I think that we need to make sure that we focus a lot in the way we are performing, and not getting too carried by just a result that didn't go our way.
And looking to Preston on Saturday, is it fair to describe this as your biggest game since you've come to the club?
It's one way to look at it, but of course I have a feeling that it has been a lot of important games since I came, especially the situation when I arrived in late October was difficult. And I think that the good job that everybody has been putting, the club, the staff, the players, the fact that we are now 3 games left in the season, out of the relegation zone, 3 points ahead of that, with 2 games of those 3 that we will play at Loftus Road with our supporters. I think it's definitely a situation that all of us, we could have dreamed about, not only 5 months ago, but 1 month ago. So we are aware that now it's in our hands, that we need to perform at our best level. I always speak with my players about finishing the season so strong, because that shows that there is a work done behind, that shows the mindset, that shows the ambition of the players, of everyone in the club, and that's where my focus is, to make sure that we finish in a very strong way.
Preston are 8 points off the playoffs with 3 games remaining. How do you feel they'll be approaching this game?
Look, Preston has been a team that has been performing at great level all season. Just looking at the table, it's very clear that they have been fighting. They are fighting to get into the playoff. I don't pay too much attention about how many points left, how many points. I'm aware that they are a good team. They have been showing that during 43 games. And they are a team that has high quality at the top, that doesn't need a lot to create or score chances. And they are very physical, very clear way of playing. So I think that we know what to expect from them. So as always, I have huge respect for the position. They have been showing they're a good team, but at the same time, it's time for us as well to show that we can beat good teams. I think that we have done it so far, and it will not be an exception on Saturday. We need to make sure that we deliver our best level if we want to bring the 3 points at home.
And in terms of team news, Jack Colback has obviously returned. Michael Frey, how is he?
He's progressing. I think that obviously Jack has been feeling much better. Last game already played 30 minutes, and he's looking great during this week. In the case of Mike, he has been taking some steps with the team, training today with the team, and we're going to take a decision probably tomorrow morning on how he feels. But obviously, he's going into the right direction.
And it's heading towards another sellout in W12. How important is it for a game of such importance that we make a fast start just to build the momentum right from the opening whistle?
We know that in all the games we play, not only at home, away as well, but especially love to road, to create this atmosphere, this feeling that the supporters will help us a lot. It's very important to start the game well. I think that all the players know that. We have some things, small details that we work on during the weeks to make sure that we can produce this kind of strong start. And yeah, in that sense, we're aware that the supporters have a huge role in every game at home.
And you mentioned the supporters having a huge role. We've spoken about them a lot this season, and I know everyone talks about their fans, but this season really has been incredible from the QPR supporters in terms of the sellouts, both home and away, particularly when you look at the predicament that we have been in for the entire season. How big a role do they have to play on Saturday?
They have been fantastic, but hopefully as well they can bring the colours, bring their scarf, shirts on, and yeah, all together we can have a fantastic evening, because as I said, we want to bring them something back, and hopefully we can produce a fantastic game and 3 points.